But to thank tonight's officials, umpire Eric Smith, headline Regetti, Steve Blair, Jack Judge, Scholar, Jack Parker, Dave Edwards, and your head referee tonight, the legend James Pepper. We got the game, hands get ahead of time, your Garces Red! Dear Lord, in the battle that goes on through life, we ask for a field that is fair, with a chance that is equal to all of the strife, and the courage to strive and dare. And if we should win, let it be by the code, with our faith and our honor held high. And if we should lose, let us stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. Our lead, Queen of Victory, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now, the performing of the national anthem by the Garces Band. I would announce the Regetti captains, but I can't read the number on the Your Garces captain, number 1, Braxton Shirley, number 16, Luke Tobias. Number 52, 8, Ryan Ortiz. Number 32, Elijah Kim. And 51, Jake Lambert.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Garces Rams Varsity Football right here at Garces Memorial High School. This is Rob Chavez bringing you live action here on Huddle as we see the captains at the middle of the field getting ready for the coin toss. Captains tonight for the Garces Rams, number 1, Braxton Shirley. Number 16, Luke Tobias. Number 52, Faustino Fozzie Yaksich. And number 78, Cooper Boyd. Captains for the Righetti Warriors is number 8, Ryan Ortiz. Number 51, Jaden Lambert. Number 32, Elijah Kim. And I know we're going to get another captain out there for them. We just couldn't read the number that was out there. And it looks like that was all, actually. Just the 3 captains out there, not 4 for Righetti. The visiting Righetti Warriors come in to Bakersfield with a 1-4 record after dropping their last 4 in a row. They open up the season with a win over Santa Maria and have lost in consecutive games over the last 4 weeks to Napomo, Lompoc, Paso Robles, and last week against Arroyo Grande. The Garces Rams are riding high off the Holy Bowl win on September 13th. They've had a bye week since. They're 3-1. This is the first time they've been 3-1 in quite a few seasons. Again, they started the season with a loss and then jumped right back on it and haven't lost since. So we're going to get a kickoff here. It looks like the Rams won the coin toss and they elected a kickoff, so they'll defer to the second half. It's number 26 out there, Samuel Gonzalez with the big leg for the Rams. We're going to check to see what numbers we have back deep to receive for Righetti. Looks like it's number 5, Caden Viker. And he is standing on the Regetti side of the 5-yard line. And on his opposite end, looks like that could be number 21, Keegan Brennan. And Viker ends up taking it at the 2-yard line. Big kick for Gonzalez. Viker's not even going to get to the 20-yard line. Good coverage, kickoff coverage right there. And it looks like number 25 for Garces, number 25 with that special teams tackle. The head coach for Garces is Mr. Grant Campbell. 3-1 in his second season at the helm. As we got lightning in the distance, up in the hills, just past northeast Bakersfield. Really nice night, about 78 degrees at kickoff. We're going to get a handoff up the middle for Righetti. Looks like that was number 21, Keegan Brennan. Actually, that was number 28, Luke Miller. Number 11, Brock Kleitz, bringing in that tackle for the Rams. He is the leading tackler for the Rams, coming in with 9 tackles per game so far this season. Now we got out of the shotgun, Matuatia, Nicholas Matuatia. He has a brother, Daniel, also on the team, is a wide receiver, the junior. Fake jet sweep, and that is going to get snuffed out. Not sure why he didn't actually hand it off, but number 80 was able to get that tackle. That's Quentin Cronfield. A great play right there. Actually, they're going to give that tackle to Sylvester King on the line. He's wearing a new number. Looks like he's got number 60 out there. So now it's a loss of 1 after no gain up the middle on first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Warriors. Deep on their side of the field at about the 18-yard line. Matuatia out of the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He looks to his right, gets flushed out of the pocket, goes left. He's still looking, and he's just going to get rid of it into his own end zone. He was out of the pocket and got it past the line of scrimmage, so it looks like that is going to be incomplete, and an early 3-and-out right there for this Garces defense. And it was number 60, who was number 15, Sylvester King, that had that big tackle for a loss on that fake jet sweep in which the quarterback for Righetti decided to keep it. So now we're going to be in punt formation early, hopefully getting good field position. As we got David Mongi, number 99, out to punt for Righetti. And back deep to receive. We're going to look at what that number is out there. Looks like that's Isaiah Flores, number 6, standing at the 50-yard line. Nice big G out there in midfield, representing Garces Memorial High School. Mongi gets the kick off. Good kick. Going to be taken at the 44 by Flores. Flores makes the first guy miss, second guy miss. He's getting chased down. He's going to cut right back, and he is on the Warrior side of the field, brought down at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Garces, and they're going to get started behind quarterback number 8, Mark Gomez. The sophomore, 5'10", 185. Last time I was on the broadcast, had a heck of a game. I know he improved on that in the coming weeks. Do have quite a young team here for Garces Memorial. Got a couple of freshmen, a few sophomores, all starting. So 1st and 10, ball spotted exactly at the 40-yard line of Righetti. Got penalty before the snap, or whistles before the snap. We're going to find out what this is. It's going to be encroachment against Righetti. So Righetti has more penalty yards than they have offensive yards. 1st and 5 for the Rams after the 5-yard penalty. Ball now spotted at the 35-yard line. Gomez out of the shotgun. Gomez looks up to his right. His pass is incomplete, but he took a big hit as he got rid of the ball. That was number 34, Aaron Flores. It looked like he was pretty much untouched. He was trying to be chased down from behind by one of the offensive linemen. So you're going to probably want to account for number 34 for the rest of the game if you're the Garces offense. 2nd and 5, thanks to the the offsides for Righetti. Gomez hands the ball off, and this is going to get at least back to the line of scrimmage. Colby Dilly. That was not Colby Dilly. It looks like that was number 23, Daniel Newsom, on the carry. He got no yards on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Rams. So here we go. Gomez completes a pass to Colby Dilly. Dilly is going to get up past the 30-yard line. She's got the 1st down, but now we've got a penalty from the linesman down here on the Garces sideline. So we're going to find out what this is from the referee. And it looks like he just picked up the flag. Doesn't have it, so the ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. Gomez with a quick pass to Braxton Shirley. Shirley's going to have it open. He's at the 10, the 5. Sis Rams. Rocket screen pass to Braxton Shirley, and Braxton gets on the board early in this game with his 5th touchdown of the season, a 26-yard variety. Gomez to Shirley. Rams fans, get used to it because these two gentlemen are going to be here together at least next year. Or excuse me, sorry, not Shirley, but Mark Gomez, Braxton, the senior out there. So we're going to have the big leg of Mark Gonzalez out there. Sorry, excuse me, Samuel Gonzalez out there, number 26. Hold down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9 minutes remaining in the 1st quarter, the Rams are up 7-0. Into the end zone for the touchback. Big leg once again for Sammy Gonzalez, who knocks in yet another extra point after a touchdown. This is going to be the 2nd drive so far of the game for Righetti. Last time, Righetti had a 3 and out, nothing to it. So here we go. Matuatia out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off. Goes right side power, and he's going to get brought down. Looks like that was number 20, Ethan Gonzalez. Takes the ball up 2 yards to the 22-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Warriors. Tackle on that last play was number 80, Quinlan Cronfield. So you got Matuatia, who decides to run a quarterback draw. He's going to take it for 11 yards and a first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line after a gain of 9 yards on the play. So Matuatia decides just to call his own number and pick up that first down. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 31. Blitz on the backside. He's going to escape Sylvester King, and Matuatia is going to still pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Let's call it 6 yards up to the 37. Great evasion right there from Matuatia because Sylvester King was on his backside, virtually untouched. So 2 straight carries for Matuatia for 15 yards. Brings the ball up to the 37. 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. And it looks like we're going to have some movement. Let's see what it is first, to see if they drew him offside. That was Sylvester King that was getting off the line as quickly as possible. And hand signals look like it will be false start against Righetti. So Righetti's going to march it back 5 yards of the 6 that Matuatia was able to pick up. So take that back to a 2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line. There we go. Matuatia checking with his running back behind him. That looks like that is number 24, Pacheco. Excuse me, number 28, Luke Miller. So Miller was able to pick up about 4 of those yards back. Brings the ball up to the 35-yard line for a gain of 3. So 3rd and 6 from the 35-yard line. Going to be, it looked like in pass formation, but the last time we had a 3rd down here, Matuatia decided to call his own number on a quarterback draw and pick up some yards. He's going to get flushed out on a bootleg, and that's going to be caught, and it's going to be enough for the first down. Caught right there by number 30, Daniel France. Pushed out of bounds. Number 20 by Isaiah Lafotu, the linebacker, 6'1", 200-pound sophomore. First and 10 to get the ball up to the 43-yard line, gain of 8. Yeah. I don't even care. So we've got a pickup of about 8 yards. Ball on a counter play. Great block right there. And number 28, Luke Miller, was able to run right up the backside of his lineman to about, let's say, 8, let's call it 8 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball spotted at the 49 now of Garces. Trying to get to the 47-yard line. Ball spotted at the 49. So now it's going to be Matuatia. He's going to get a couple of yards. He's got the first down. He's finally going to get brought down by number 80, Quinlan Cronfield.
Nicholas Natu keeps it.
So Righetti, after a quick 3rd and out, or 3 and out, are able to put together a few consecutive first downs, and now they bring in the big back, number 32, Elijah Kim. He's lined up behind Matuatia. Matuatia hands it off and up right there up the middle. Number 58, Sonny Lafotu, was able to come up with that tackle. So nothing doing right there as they drop back a couple of yards to the 43. So 2nd and 12 after that loss. Matuatia once again out of the shotgun. He's got twins to his right, empty set to his left. He still have the big running back behind him. And he's going to flip it out to him in the flats. And he's going to pick up maybe a yard. It's good pursuit tackling right there. Number 28 was in the area, Matthew Ione. Yeah, that was actually Isaiah Lafotu. So the Lafotu brothers are doing a really good job of rallying around the football. Pickup of 1 yard on that pass play. Brings up 3rd and 11 from the 42-yard line. Tenth play of the drive so far. Warriors have had it for nearly 6 minutes as they get the ball down inside of Garces territory. Once again, you've got that flood to the right, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Number 5 comes up with it. That's Landon Davis. This is on his feet. He's going to go up the home sideline. He's going to finally get pushed out of bounds, and a great stop right there to take away for this Garces defense. They're going to be out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So that pass was intended for number 17, Daniel Matuatia, and it was picked off. So ball spotted now at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 with 2:55 remaining in the first quarter. Garces up 7-0. Each team with a couple of timeouts. Gomez back out on the field, trips right, twins to his left. Empty set out of shotgun is going to get number 6, Isaiah Flores, in motion going from right to left. Gomez is going to flip it to Flores. Flores is going to make one guy miss, get a second guy miss. Thought there might have been a face mask there, but the linesman didn't think that it was enough to constitute a flag. So you may see a yard here on that, and it is. Actually, yeah, about a yard up to the 47. So that was where the original line of scrimmage was. So we've got 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line on the Garces side of the field. Gomez drops back. He lets one fly, and that one is going to be incomplete. That was intended. It was intended out there for number 4, Justin Treson Wallace, the junior, 6 foot, 175, wasn't able to get open. So it's going to bring a 3rd down up for Garces. Clock stopped at 2:41 remaining in the first quarter. So here we go. Now we've got a back split to his right. Does Gomez out of the shotgun. He's going to get some protection. He's going to roll a little bit to his left. He's going to let it fly. He's going to let it sit. And that's going to be Garces. 53 yards for the Rams. And they've got a 2-touchdown lead, awaiting the big Samuel Gonzalez extra point.
7 yards on completion.
They just needed 10, but they seen that they had a mismatch out there because Wallace had already had a couple of steps on a couple of plays before that, was able to get behind the defense all by himself. And before that pass was even caught, it looked like both defensive backs were a little bit confused as to who was supposed to have Wallace. Nonetheless, touchdown Rams.
Number 16, Luke Tobias, long snapper.
So Luke Tobias is the long snapper, number 16. Dilly holding. Gonzalez with the kick, and that kick is good. 2:31 remaining in this first quarter. Rams up 14-0. Samuel Gonzalez lining up for the kickoff for Garces, 2.5 to play. Three-play, 30-second drive for the Rams. Ball's taken exactly at the 1-yard line, brought out. It's going to be a decent return for Righetti, who gets it past the 21-yard line. Looks like that was number 8, Ryan Ortiz, on that return. Brings it out 20 yards to the 21. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Regetti 21-yard line. So Matuatia with one lone back, split receivers to his right and left, handed off to that lone back, and it's going to get brought down for at least a loss of 2 on that play. Looks like that was number 28, Luke Miller. Tackle made on the play by number 27, Jesse Rivas. So it looks like it drops him back to the 19-yard line. 2nd and 12 after a 2-yard loss. Matuatia sends his running back out to the right, and he's going to take a quarterback draw. He's going to run right into Sylvester King. Usually not a good idea to run it right to the big man, number 60. He is going to pick up 2 yards, get back to the original line of scrimmage on that quarterback draw. So now it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Cash only? Well, I don't have any cash. I know. Slant pattern right over the middle. It's going to be caught for a 1st down. And that was Daniel France that was able to come up with that. So big 3rd down conversion right there for the Warriors. They get it up to the 38-yard line for a pickup of 17 yards. It's like number 7, the freshman Brody Letourneau on that tackle. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Matuatia gets flushed out of the pocket on the backside by Sylvester King, and he's going to get it right back to his mates up on the defensive line. Hayden Thacker was able to come up with that tackle. So Matuatia was able to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play, bringing it 2nd and 10. And that'll do it for this first quarter. Rams up 14-0 right here at Garces Memorial High School over the Righetti Warriors. Which one was driving the Cadillac? He was really. He's a what? Does he play water polo? Look at how small Camilla is out there. All right, here we go. 12 minutes on the clock for the second quarter. We're getting started here. Regetti on their third drive of the ball game. Got it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Blitz coming for the Rams. The pressure is going to get a pass out, and it is going to be incomplete. Good coverage out there on the play by Lafotu, number 20. The pass looks like it was intended for number 20 as well, to Ethan Gonzalez. So it brings up 3rd and 10. All right, so Matuatia, 5-receiver set, trips right, twins left. Going to be out of the shotgun. Rams are showing 5 rushers. Sylvester King's going to come up on the right side. He's going to have pressure on him. They're going to flush Matuatia out of the pocket, and he's going to get brought down from behind. Matuatia was able to get out of the pocket and pick up some yards, but Brock Kleitz was able to chase him down, and after he picks up, looks up about 4 yards, so 4th and 6 for Righetti. Righetti's going to keep their offense out there, already down 14 points on the road out of town. And they are not sending their punt unit out. Even if they get a false start, probably not going to be able to get enough for a first down. Exactly not. They're also getting dangerously close to having a delay of game here as well, too. We got the countdown from the back judge. Matuatia gets the ball off. Looks like this might be a broken play. Matuatia flushed out. We got a flag on the play. Matuatia's flushed out. He's going to pick up a first down on his legs, but now he's going to get shoved out of bounds, and a couple of flags are going to come. This could be a little bit nasty over there as you get teammates over on the Regetti side of the field. So we had a penalty on the Garces side of the field early in the play. Looks like there was a late hit. So we're going to see what all these penalties are after they sort it out. There were 3 flags total that were out there. Head referee standing at the top of the Garces G at the 50-yard line, waiting to see what this call might be. Okay, here we go. We're finally going to get the call. We have 2 flags on the play. So it looks like we have a holding against Garces, and now we have a dead ball penalty, personal foul against Garces as well, too. So it looks like we had a holding penalty from the spot of the foul. So the penalty was thrown at the 45-yard line. They're going to bring it up to the 35 and then go 15 yards to the 20. So overall, 35 yards and penalties right there against the Rams. And not very smart play there on a 4th and 6, even with the holding that was going to bring up a 1st and 10. So now it is inside the Rams' red zone. Ball is going to be direct snapped to number 28, Luke Miller, in that pistol formation with 2 backs up ahead of him. He's going to pick up 2 yards to the 18-yard line. Chavez in on that tackle, number 28 for the Rams. So the ball now spotted at the 18-yard line, 2nd and 8. Quick snap. Now we got another penalty that's going to be thrown near where the line of scrimmage was, usually in the area of holding, but we're going to find out exactly what this is. This play may not count. So it was a holding penalty against the Warriors. So that's going to back it up 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 18 from the 28-yard line. Who is? Oh, is he? Well, they wouldn't be the first team to forfeit. Tuatia, another broken play there. His running back went the wrong way, so it was going to be probably not going to be a handoff, but at least make it look as if he is going to go into a play action pass. Nonetheless, it brings the ball up to the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 15 after a 3-yard pickup for Matuatia. Matuatia is going to get flushed out after the shotgun. He's still in the grasp, and he's going to still have the football on him, and that was just not a very smart play. All he had to do was get rid of it. He was already outside of the pocket, but we do have a penalty flag near the 24-yard line on the Righetti side of the field. So not a very cleanly played football game so far. We got a lot of stops in action here tonight. We're going to find out what this penalty is here pretty soon. So another penalty against Garces, a holding penalty. So it brings it up 10 yards now They're going to replay the down now, a 3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line. So big 3rd down here. Last time Righetti had a 3rd down. They were able to pick it up thanks to a penalty, but also a good run from Matuatia, shoved out of bounds. Got another penalty. So Matuatia flushed out of the pocket to the right side. He's looking up into the end zone, and that pass is going to be complete, a little bit too deep for his intended receiver. Brings up 4th down, and unless they've got a big leg over on that side of the field, which they might, looks like they are going to be bringing out the PAT unit, kicking from the right hash. So this looks like it's going to be about a 32-yard field goal attempt from the 22-yard line. So we're going to see this attempt from Manji. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good with a lot of leg to spare. Good kick for Manji. 8:54 remaining in the second quarter. The Regetti Warriors get on the board against Garces, down 14-3, and the Rams are going to get their chance to put more points on the board right here on Huddle.
He played the school's first football and baseball teams. After graduating, he went on to a career with the New York Life Insurance Company here in Bakersfield. He and his wife Dorothy sent all 5 of their children through Garces. He represents the school's first student athletes and sets the example for the generations of Rams who will follow them. Thank you, Mr. Peters, for your attendance tonight.
First kickoff attempt, the Warriors had a couple of guys that went across the line a little too early, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. And they're going to re-kick. So here we go. Manji's going to kick off from the 35. It's going to be taken at the 18-yard line. Looks like that is number 6, Isaiah Flores. Flores is going to get a nice run up to about the 42-yard line, finally chased down from behind by Covey Allen. So about a 23-yard return, 18 to the 41. First and 10 Rams from their own 41. Shirley in motion. Gomez is going to hand the ball off. It looks like that's Newsom. And there was a penalty flag on the field. Looks like it's going to be an illegal shift against Garces before the play, so it's going to back it up 5 yards. That's exactly what that was, an illegal shift. Backs it up to the 36-yard line. So 1st and 15. Big pass by Mark Gomez. That ball is up, and it is nearly caught. We've got a penalty flag on the play in the area of the reception, so this is going to be either offensive or defensive pass interference. It's intended for Braxton Shirley, and it was pass interference. May have been a smart penalty there by number 13, Desmond Smith, sophomore out there trying to guard one of the better wide receivers in this section. So pass interference penalty brings it up to the Righetti 49-yard line. Gomez checking with the sideline. Now he's going to go under center. He's got an I formation back there. Sweet play to Newsom. Newsom's got a lot of space. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And he looks like he's close to the end zone. No touchdown signal, which means he's going to be just short of the goal line. A first down and goal for the Rams. Ball looks like it's going to be spotted at the 1-yard line. 6-yard line. Looked like it was at the 1 from here. So big run right there of 43 yards for Daniel Newsom on that toss sweep. So out of shotgun, bad snap. Gomez picks it up. Actually, that was Braxton Shirley. Shirley picked it up, and he's going to be brought down and pushed out of bounds. It's going to be taken down at about the 2-yard line. So now the ball is going to be at the 2-yard line after a 4-yard pickup for Shirley. So Gomez checking. Got another I formation. A Newsom in at fullback. But they're going to hand the ball off up the middle. It's going to be at stop short of the goal line. Looks like that was number 3, Colby Dilly. One-yard gain for Dilly. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. It's going to be the first timeout. Oh, now we have an injured player out on the field. We're going to find out who that is. So Dilly was the one that stayed down on the ground. He's probably going to come out for a breather. Ash, our wonderful trainer out there, tending to him. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Coach Campbell dialing something up here. Referees are taking a look over at both of the sidelines saying, all right, this wasn't a real timeout here, just an injury timeout. Let's get right back out to it. So it looks like we're going to have Newsom out there in at back. Gomez is going to be out of the shotgun. You've got Trayson Wallace out split wide to the right. You also have Flores and Letourneau split left. Shirley lined up at a tight end position, but we have a flag before the snap. And it looks like this is going to be for a false start or an illegal motion against the Rams, so it backs them up now to the 6-yard line. Different formation this time. So you got twins to the right. Shirley still tightly set up next to the line. It's going to be a toss inside jet sweep to Isaiah Flores. He is going to get in for the Garces touchdown. So a little shovel pass on that jet sweep there. It's going to go down as a completion for Gomez for 6 yards. And a touchdown reception for number 6, the sophomore, 5'8", 165, Isaiah Flores. Samuel Gonzalez is going to be out to attempt the extra point. Colby Dilly out to hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:24 remaining in the second quarter. Rams are up 21-3 over the Regetti Warriors.
He shouted them out just a few minutes ago. Folks, be sure you stick around for halftime because all those little green shirts are going to be out on the field for one heck of a special halftime show. Gonzalez kick goes to the end zone. Touchback. Righetti will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Righetti, Santa Maria. Yeah.
It's possession change, so that means it's shutout time. Sloan loves dogs. I don't ride them, I just say them. Hayden Hofer, we love you.
So Samuel Gonzalez was able to kick that one into the end zone for a touchback, second touchback of the game. So now you're going to see Righetti with just about 6.5 minutes to play in this first half. Direct snap to number 23 for Righetti. Just like that, number 28. Looks like it might be Luke Miller out there. So that was number 28. King with that tackle. So pick up a 5, and again, they're going to get the ball direct snap to number 28. Luke Miller. Miller's going to bring it up about 2 more yards, or maybe about another yard to the 26-yard line. So now the ball spotted at the 26-yard line, 3rd and 4. And not too sure what is going on with Matuatia, the quarterback, but they've got number 28 out there going out of that pistol wildcat type of offense. So it brings up 4th and 4 after no gain. King with a couple of different tackles on the play there. And now we've got the punt unit coming out and a quick 3-and-out for Righetti. Good job by this defense. So Flores is going to be back deep to receive, standing at his own 39-yard line. The last guy that got in the end zone for Garces, and a low snap picked up and was still able to get off a pretty decent punt. It's going to take a Regetti bounce and come to rest at about the 37-yard line. So a very fortunate series of events right there for Manji and Regetti to be able to get that off. Not an easy job to have as a deep snapper. This announcer will be able to tell you that. Spent 3 years as a deep snapper. So ball's going to be spotted at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Righetti only had it for about 2 minutes on that last drive, 3-and-out. So Gomez out of the shotgun, offset eye. By him, he's got Newsom, and now he's going to split out number 5, Landon Davis, to his left. So you got twins on each side. Newsom to his right. Gomez drops back, and his pass is going to be incomplete. And a great play right there for number 5, Caden Viker. If not for Viker, that ball is going to get caught by Braxton Shirley. He's going to take it about another 53 yards in for a touchdown. So 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. Little sprinkles out here at a Garces Memorial High. Fall is here. This is the first weekend of fall. So Gomez trips to his left. He's got Newsom in the backfield with him. Got one receiver, and that's Wallace cutting across the middle of the field, and that pass is going to be incomplete to Isaiah Flores at about the 50-yard line. 1st down for Garces. So 13-yard reception right there, and it's going to be now at the 50-yard line. Great acrobatic play right there for Isaiah Flores to be able to come up with that, contorted his body to be able to catch that pass. Now Gomez drops back. He throws. His pass is complete. That's number 5, Landon Davis, and Davis is going to slip up. Got picked up by that monster out there at about the 27-yard line, but a 1st down for Garces. And now you've got an injured Regetti Warrior down at about the 24. He was in on that coverage right there. Looks like got a cramp creeping up. So ball spotted at the 27-yard line after a 23-yard pickup from Gomez to Davis.
It's okay. We will be all right. It doesn't happen very often. You young folks, we promise you won't melt. We've lived through it before.
Looks like number 29 was the injured Regetti Warrior, Landon Markle, out there. He's able to get up under his own power, and he's limping off the sideline. Probably just got a little bit of a cramp. 3:43 remaining in the first half. 21-3, Garces, they are driving, trying to tack on yet another touchdown here before they get into the locker room. I'll tell you what, this Garces Rams team is on a roll. Thanks for tuning in. If you get a chance to get out here, got league starting up next week. They've got Centennial on the road next week. And sprinkling. So here we go. Gomez out of the shotgun. Newsom to his right. Gomez looks up towards the end zone in the direction, and that's going to be Looks like we intercepted maybe. And it was. Braxton Shirley went up for it, but a great interception right there for Righetti. I'll tell you what, number 5, Caden Viker came to play. He was one of the captains tonight for the Righetti Warriors, and he's going up against one of the best receivers in this section in Braxton Shirley, and he went up and high pointed that thing, got that in the end zone, so it's going to be brought out to the 20-yard line with 3:14 remaining. So again, looks like it's going to be that. Now we've got another quarterback in the game, and it looks like a screen pass is going to be tackled for a loss. New quarterback out there is number 10, Francisco Ortega for Righetti. So a loss of 2 back to the 18-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Ortega out of the shotgun, and he's going to take a quarterback draw up the middle. He'll break it out to the right side and slide out of bounds. May pick up about 3 yards, so it'll set up maybe a 3rd and 9, possibly 3rd and 10. He actually gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, so pick up of 2 for Ortega. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Actually, he did pick that up 3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 9 from the 21. Ortega with the big man behind him, number 32, Elijah Kim. Now we've got a penalty before the snap. Looks like we got a false start against the offense, so it backs him up another 5 yards. 3rd and 14 from the 16-yard line. So we haven't gotten a confirmation on Matua Tia, number 11, the starting quarterback for Righetti. He is not in the game. Ortega is going to hand it off on a draw play to number 28. Fancy play right there for Righetti, and it's going to be able to pick up a 1st down. That counter play right there caught that defensive line off guard. And they were able to pick up 18 yards to the 34, 1st and 10 for Righetti. They've got just a little over 2 minutes to play in this first half. They're going to try to cut the score down just a little bit. So again, Ortega finally getting his legs underneath him, and it's like we're going to have a stoppage of play here. It's going to be a sideline warning against Garces. So typically it's a free play or a free penalty right there. Second time, it's usually going to be a penalty. Got a little bit more drops that are coming down here. Ortega hands the ball off. Actually, he doesn't. Fakes it, tucks it. It was a bad decision right there. Isaiah Lafotu, though, came up with that sack for Garces. And a big sack right there indeed. Just going to drop it back. Looks like to the 25-yard line, so a loss of 9 on that play. So now the ball is going to be spotted at So he's 2nd and 19. Now we've got also offsides against the Rams. So going to be 2nd and 14 from the 30. This announcer has had to change to a pen instead of a pencil, writing on some wet paper here. Ball's going to be run right up the middle by number 28. Time is running out, though. 45 seconds remaining. So it looks like we've got 3rd and 10 after a 4-yard gain. So we're going to have a timeout with 16 seconds. Righetti is going to take some time. And we'll see what happens here. And that's going to be it, that last play of the first half. And we're going to get out of the rain here and into the press box with a score of 21-3, Garces, and they are going to get the football when we come back right here on Huddle.
Don't unplug everything. I'm just unplugging these. That we aren't using it.
What's that?
I'm just unplugging it.
Okay, so yeah, we don't need to unplug really anything. Just put it all in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that. You can't run a play and call timeout with less than 2 seconds.
Do we have anybody else that might?
This is coming hard time. How we got it.
No, don't unplug them. Just take the whole thing.
Just unplugging these two. I'm leaving yours in. Nobody else is coming.
Never know. I could get Coach John L to come up here.
You can. But for now, let's only leave that one plugged in.
Okay, do we have anybody that can help out though? Okay.
You can get this for you. Just get this.
Shredded. It looked like
114 mini Ram cheerleaders.
Let's go.
To the field.
Good seeing you, man. Good to see you too, man. Go ahead. I'm right behind you. Oh.
Yeah, just sign something. That's already
Excuse me, guys. Okay. I want you to be on this side. I'm going to be on this side.
Okay. Hold on. Get everything plugged in. Oh, that just sparked a little bit. Oh, look.
He said he would join me for a little bit.
Way to go, Ellen from Charlotte. We're chilling and shaking her. Blair and Alice Grant waving cheer. Patrick and Patrick's pantry is in the house. We'd like to thank all of the support of his donation drive.
Let's go, guys. Good, Robert. Robert? Yes. They have an extra. No, it's too low. Can't save around.
You like the DJ?
No, but doing the play-by-play for the broadcast that they've got.
Wow. We do have a coach that's going to come in here. He likes to occupy the stage. For the Regetti team. We're part of the video crew. He's just out the half. I don't know. Well, I mean, he left the half for his team.
Like you're doing it really fast. What? Dragon Ball Z. What? Did you get a Z? You get an S instead. Why? It's fair. No, it's super high. My problem. Like, just putting this. This very much. What a song. Yes. I think so. The one where you, yeah, that one sucks. You don't like that one? I like that. It's so fun. As a kid. This one, yes, I played, I really like Shadow, but I like XP more over that game. You remember? He had a really good ability. Oh, God. Again, the nose breed. That's why I did it. I hope you'll know again. Mini. Just build up and just keep understanding. So I see you guys where they set up they just kept going. I see that you just looked. Did you shoot down a hill? I got a couple of we do have promises on cursing. You're gonna stay here. That's it. Yeah. to get out the field and kick off.
All right, and welcome back to second half action here on the Garces Huddle. Rob Chavez joining you here at Garces Memorial High School, where they have a 21-3 lead heading into this second half. They deferred the opening kickoff, so they will be receiving it from Manji. A couple of first half stats here. Great first half for Garces, up 21-3. 4 carries for 48 yards on the ground. 8 for 10 passing for Mark Gomez for 130 yards and an interception. Probably would have had about another 50 yards added to that if he was able to hook up with Braxton Shirley, as the ball is going to be into the end zone for a touchback. But even better, this Garces defense did pretty well in containing the run. 22 carries for 56 yards for Righetti. 4 for 7 passing for only 24 yards for Regetti and 2 interceptions. So here we go. So 21-3. First and 10. For Garces starting at their own 20-yard line. Yes. Out of the shotgun, his pass over the middle. It's going to be complete to Trayson Wallace. Wallace is going to get down to the 50-yard line. First down on first play. Sounded like we had some whistles, though, before the snap. So it's going to be illegal shift against Garces before that play even had a chance to develop. So it's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be first and 15. Ball's going to be spotted at the 15-yard line after that penalty. Gomez rolls to his left, and his pass is going to be complete. And there's Isaiah Flores, cuts back at about the 32-yard line, finally gets up to the 36-yard line. First down, Rams. Flores doing an excellent job of being able to get open and be elusive as well. He already has a touchdown on the day. That's his 3rd catch so far as well. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line, pickup of 21 yards. Gomez hands the ball off to Dilly. Dilly up the sideline. He's tiptoeing. He's at the 40, 35, 30. He's going to run out of bounds, be forced out just at about the 28-yard line. First down, Rams. A big run right there. Biggest run of the day so far for Dilly. Only Newsom had a bigger carry that got him down to about the 4-yard line. But hold on, looks like it is coming back. We had another penalty against Garces, so these don't just become 5-yard penalties, 10-yard penalties. You can rack these up to being about 50 yards that they're going to lose on that play right there. So it marches it back to the 26-yard line after the hold. First and 20 as we're going to replay this. So Gomez drops back. He's going to roll to his right. He's getting chased down, and there's going to be a penalty, and that's going to be a face mask, so a very costly penalty right there for Righetti, because all number 20 had to do was run him out of bounds. That was Ethan Gonzalez, runs him out of bounds, but instead he gets his hand caught literally in the cookie jar on his face mask. So we're going to see if this is going to be a personal foul variety. So it's going to be a face mask penalty against Righetti. So should be, well, we're going to find out. Actually, it's going to be marched up 15 yards. We don't believe in the high school game that this is an automatic first down. I think it's just yardage. So it's going to be first down and 11. What amounts to be about a 9-yard penalty because it was from the spot of the foul. So first and 11. Now, ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Gomez hands the ball off to Dilly. Dilly cuts back a couple of different times, reverses direction. He's now at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to get dragged down at about the 26-yard line. Another big run for Colby Dilly, and we do have another penalty thrown at the 36-yard line. My goodness, we have had 4 straight plays with penalties. This flag was dropped at about the 36, well past the first down marker. So we're going to find out here. It looks like we have an illegal block against Garces, but it's still going to count for the first down from the spot of the foul. Brings it back to the 46-yard line. So we're going to give Dilly the yards on that one. So Dilly got it up to the 35-yard line. So a pickup of 30, and then another Rams illegal block penalty brings it back 10 yards. So first and 10, ball now spotted at the Regetti 45-yard line. Gomez out of the shotgun in an empty set, trips right, twins to his left. Newsom, one of the backs, is out right as well too. Chip block right there for Newsom, and the ball is going to be Davis, and Davis is going to be touchdown. 45-yard connection. Gomez to Landon Davis. The 4th touchdown on the board for the Garces Rams. It was just a great drawn-up play right over there. They had trips to the right, and it was on the short side of the field, and a fantastic chip block right there by number 23, Daniel Newsom. Usually you don't see that in the stat sheet, but I guarantee you, a film session on Monday, Coach Campbell's going to take a look back at that and tell Daniel Newsom, you did a good job there, young man, by being able to get one of those defensive linemen on their backs, so that this way they don't put pressure on the quarterback, and he's able to get a nice clean pass out to number 5 for a 45-yard touchdown. The hold is down, the kick is up, and Samuel Gonzalez makes it 28-3 with 9:35 remaining in the third quarter. Rams on top. So Samuel Gonzalez lining up at the 40-yard line. He already has a couple of touchbacks today with that big leg. Had a chance to talk to him before the game and wanted to know if he was going to convince Coach Campbell to let him attempt a big field goal today. And he says, well, if we get a chance, we just might. His brother has the record. We're going to have to find out what that record is. The ball taken at the 3-yard line, and a good pursuit by this kickoff team for the Rams. Nice tackle made right there for number 21, Alexander Savage, the junior, 6 foot, 180, was able to come up with that. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 18-yard line after a 15-yard return. Samuel Gonzalez, a fantastic kickoff, 58 yards. So 1st and 10 from the Righetti 18-yard line. 9.5 to play in the third quarter. And we've got penalty before the snap. Came from the umpire. It's behind the linebacker core. It looks like we got a procedure penalty against Righetti, so that'll back him up to the 13-yard line and set up a 1st and 15. And tell you what, part of the reason why Righetti was only able to pick up about 15 yards on that kickoff return, they were only out there with 10 guys. So now we got Ortega rolling out. He's going to look up, and his pass is going to be incomplete. Good coverage back there by number 6, Isaiah Flores, and number 3, Colby Dilly. Ortega thrust into emergency duties back there. That last pass was intended for number 15, Casper Gomez. Ortega rushes. Oh, he's just going to get dragged. He had a chance. He had a chance to be able to give that ball up, but he decided to keep it. And number 80, Quinlan Cronfield, was able to pick him up. So takes him back to the 3-yard line, drops him back another 10 yards. So now we've got 3rd and 25 from the Righetti 3, and this Garces defense has been doing a heck of a job to bottle up this emergency quarterback here for Righetti. Now it looks like we've got a lot of new personnel change here for Righetti as they are back deep in their own territory. So you got to run, play, power, just to be able to give their punter just a little bit of room right there. So it looks like that was number 32, Elijah Kim, on the carry right there, the big fella. He goes about 200 plus, and now you're going to get Manji in his own end zone. Ball was placed at about the 7-yard line, so only a pickup of 2 yards. So 4th and 21, Manji is able to get it away, and it was partially blocked. Ball is rolling, and it's going to get picked up. Not very wise right there for Isaiah Flores to be able to do that, because he had number 20, Ethan Gonzalez, in the area that was ready to strip that ball out. So it was a very short kick right there after the deflection. Looks like that was number 78, Cooper Boyd, that was able to get his hand on that. Cooper was one of the captains before the game for Garces. So a 19-yard punt for Manji. No return for number 6, Flores. So the ball is now spotted at the Righetti 26-yard line with just about 8 minutes to play in this third quarter. Gomez under center, fakes the handoff. He's looking, rolls to his left, and his pass is going to be complete. Is it going to be enough for the first down? It is. And we've got a penalty on the far side of the field. Way away from the play. It was complete to Trayson Wallace. We have an ineligible man downfield for Garces. So that's going to come back. Shout out to a couple of guys that are watching this game that have been texting me about the foul trouble that's been happening here. All these different penalties. Yeah, it's not looking. It just makes for a very long game. Probably not get out of here until about 10:30. But who needs to sleep? So a 5-yard penalty for the ineligible receiver downfield. It's going to bring it back to the 31-yard line. 1st and 15. Gomez now out of the shotgun. Twins on both sides. And movement on the defensive line of Righetti. Nothing in the neutral zone. We'll get Flores. That motions from left to right now on the short side. You got Daniel Newsom and Landon Davis on the right. Gomez drops back. He looks right. He's staying right. We got a penalty flag out on the field, and that pass is going to be intercepted, tipped, and a big hit right there by number 28, Matthew Ayon, with a big hit right there. But nonetheless, a great play by number 26, Carlos Ruiz. So now we've got ball at the 31-yard line. So he actually returned it back to the line of scrimmage. There was a penalty on the play, so either way it was probably against Garces. It was declined. They took the result. That's the second interception for Mark Gomez so far tonight. So now we've got a direct snap. This is Elijah Kim. And now we've got a Quinlan was able to come up. Quinlan Cronfield able to come up from behind to be able to take him down. Short pickup of maybe about a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line. So because Ortega wasn't really effective in that backup quarterback duty, you just got the big man running that pistol formation. Now we've got somebody else in there for Regetti in at quarterback. And now we've got another sideline. That should be actually a penalty because they already had a warning a little bit earlier. So we're going to find out what the white hat's going to do. So we've got 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Head referees headed over to the Garces sideline. So because of that second infraction, so this is going to be a 5-yard penalty. They mark it up to the 36-yard line. Probably should have been another yard up to the 37. It was previously spotted at the 32. Nonetheless, it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 36. All right, here we go. And now we've got another penalty on the other side. Looks like that's Sylvester King. And that's probably going to be enough for the first down. He jumps off sides. So 1st and 10 now from the Righetti 41-yard line. Trying to get a number here on this Wildcat offense out here for Righetti. That's number 5 for Righetti. Going to pick up a couple of yards. That's Caden Viker. Viker's had a couple of big plays today, including that interception in front of Braxton Shirley. So he picks up 2 yards, this time to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 8. Now Viker's going to line up as a receiver here, and you're going to see number 28, Luke Miller. Actually, now you got Ortega, who hands it off to Miller. Miller is going to pick up, let's call it 3 yards, up to the 46-yard line. So now it'll bring up a 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 now. Solid defensive effort tonight so far for the Rams, only giving up a 32-yard field goal, under 5 minutes of play. Ortega hands the ball off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to have enough for the first down and a little bit more. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the Garces 45-yard line for a 9-yard gain. Tackle on that play by Brock Kleitz. Kleitz has been playing good sideline to sideline so far tonight. He's got a few tackles on the game. Another run play. This time it's going to go for a big-time loss right there. And number 78, Cooper Boyd, in on that tackle for a loss. Gonzalez was the carrier, so brings it back to the 48-yard line. 2nd and 13. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Good to see Greg Kerr, former teacher here at Garces Memorial High, the longtime dean of local sports, covering hometown sports in their 39th season. Congratulations to Greg. So Ortega drops back. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to leave, and he's finally going to get brought down. And I'll tell you what, number 78, Cooper Boyd, is having a heck of a second half so far as he comes up with that sack. Brings it back now to the Regetti 49-yard line after a loss of 3 yards. So now that is a 3rd and 16 for Regetti on the minus side of the field, just by a yard. Ortega still in the game. He's got Luke Miller split to his right, got 2 receivers also to his right. Ortega's going to roll right, look up, and his passes are complete over the middle, and that's to number 4, Justin Oliveras. And Oliveras is going to get it down to about the 39-yard line, but we have some whistles on the play, and it is way deep in the backfield. Usually either a holding, and it will be, actually, it's going to be roughing the passer against Garces. So that is going to actually tack on 15 yards to the end of that run, or the end of that catch. They got it to the 34-yard line. So that was good enough for a 15-yard pass. 16-yard pass completion, the longest completion so far for Ortega. So now the ball is going to be spotted at the 24. 1st and 10. Ortega drops back. He fakes it, but then he pulls it down, and Cronfield is going to come up with yet another sack tonight. We're going to have to take a look to see how many sacks he's got after today's game. Brings it back now to the 25-yard line. Second and 11. Miller in the backfield with Ortega out of the shotgun. Ortega with that counter play gives it to Miller. Miller is going to take it up inside the 20-yard line. Probably going to get about to the 19 for a gain of 6. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 19. Rigetti's got to get it, to the 20-yard line. Righetti's got to get it to the 14, so 3rd and 6. Now Ortega drops back in a screen pass. His time is to number 30, Daniel France. France is going to have enough for the Righetti first down. He's inside the 15-yard line. And we've got yet another penalty flag, this time on the Garces side of the field. We'll see if this is going to stand. This would be a terrible penalty for Righetti if it's against them. If it's on Garces, it might be a situation where they're going to take the result of the play. So here we go. Going to find out what this penalty is. They're going to waive that penalty off. And so we've got it all the way down to, looks like about the 13-yard line. So a pickup of 7 yards for Daniel France. Ball spotted at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. The Warriors can pick up another first down at the 3-yard line. So we got twins to the left. Ortega out of the shotgun. Looks like Ortega's finally getting a little comfortable out there. Now, before we get this play off, we're going to have a timeout. We're going to take a quick break here as well to unhuddle. Timeout. Ortega drops back, and his pass is going to be incomplete. Looked like it was a little bit too late of a route right there for Regetti. Otherwise, that could have been in for a touchdown. It was intended for number 5, Caden Viker. So now we've got 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. So out of the shotgun, Gomez with Miller. Single receivers on each side. Got a fumbled snap, and it's going to get fell on at around, looks like about the 15-yard line. So it drops it back a couple of yards. So now it's going to be 3rd and 12, and with no time remaining on the clock, that's going to do it for the third quarter. 4 is up for the fourth quarter as Garces has a 28-3 lead over the Righetti Warriors, who are driving in down at the Garces 15-yard line. We'll be back with 3rd and 12.
Yeah, 6 is just sitting waiting for it on top. Okay.
Get those tickets ready. We'll be buying a 50-50 ticket here any moment.
So it's 3rd and 10, but I should. Why is the ball there? Why is the ball there?
Stir them up. Get them ready. That's like a thing right there.
Yeah, it's those right now.
Get those white tickets ready. We're going to call this every time. White ticket 172 144 172 144. I will call them 2 more times with the next 2 playoffs.
All right, so out of the timeout, it looks like the chain gang forgot where they were supposed to be at. They've got a first down marker at the 5-yard line. Probably should be up to the 3-yard line. Now they're going to get it fixed. So it will be 3rd and 12 from the 15. Ortega with Gonzalez in the backfield. Again, going with a 2 tight end set. Single receivers on each side. The 2 tight ends are James Taylor and number 30, Daniel France out there. I'll tell you, it is appropriate that we have a number 19 out there playing for Righetti, and he brought the rain because he's seen fire and he's seen rain. Looks like we had a false start. They didn't call it. Ortega is going to roll. He's going to look into the end zone. His pass is going to be short, batted down, and a great defensive play right there for Garces. It's number 12 out there, Cameron Kelly, the sophomore, 5'9", 165. So now Righetti's going to try to at least get some points on the board when you're down 28-3 with 11:51 remaining in the game. You're going to want to see what kind of leg your kicker has going into league next week. This one is going to be another 32-yard attempt. The kick is up, and Manji's kick is good. 11:45 remaining in the ball game. And Righetti's put up their second 32-yard field goal of the game. 28-6, Rams still on top right here on the Garces Huddle. second 32-yard field goal of the game. And here we go. So we've got moths in here. We've got rain coming down. Our pets' heads are falling off. Manji out to kick off for Righetti. Back deep to receive. We've got Flores and Davis standing. Well, Davis standing at the 10. Flores standing at the 6. And it's just going to be a ground ball that's going to be taken by number 23 for Garces. That is Daniel Newsom. Newsom knew exactly what to do with excuse me, that was number 22, Barry Newman. All right, Barry picked up that ball at about the 28-yard line. So 32-yard kick, and he gets it 16 yards up to the 44-yard line, call it the 45, maybe even the 46. So now the ball spotted at the 44. So it was a 16-yard return. Oh, and a nice tackle right there. Daniel Newsom was cut down on that play. Takes the ball inside of Regetti territory at the 48-yard line. So a pickup of 8. Second and 2 for Garces. Gomez directing traffic out there out of the shotgun. Offset eye. And now Flores is going to be in motion. Fake the handoff, get it to Flores. Flores cuts back inside, is able to get a first down, makes a couple of guys miss, and he's finally going to get taken down at the 40-yard line. Nice hustle play right there for Isaiah Flores. He's been having a heck of a game so far today. Gets it down to about the Regetti 40-yard line. So an 8-yard pickup and a first down for the Rams. So now Gomez is able to make something out of nothing right there, and he's able to zip that pass in for a completion. Again, his favorite target tonight has been Isaiah Flores. Flores has been doing a heck of a job, and they get it down to the 33-yard line for a 7-yard pickup. So ball spotted at 33. So a pickup of 7, 15 yards and 2 catches right there for Isaiah Flores. So ball down at the 33. Second and 3. Gomez slings his pass over. Looks like that is Landon Davis. Davis is going to make one quick move, picks up about another 4 yards with that move. And he's finally going to get brought down at about the 16-yard line, but another first down for the Rams. They get it down to about the 16-yard line. So 17-yard completion. It's 1st and 10 from the Regetti 16. Third trip inside the Righetti red zone so far for Garces. Is Newsom is able to break a couple of tackles, and he gets about 3 more yards after first contact and gets the ball down to the 11-yard line for a pickup of 5. So 2nd and 5, ball down to the 11-yard line. Nice hard-fought yards here tonight for Newsom. It's actually down to the 10-yard line. So a pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. Gomez with Newsom in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Newsom, and looks like a slant pass. Went across the middle, incomplete, intended for Wallace. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5. And there's one guy on this Garces sideline that might be rooting for a non-first down here, and that would be Samuel Gonzalez. Gonzalez wants to show off that leg of his. And as he's walking a little bit closer towards the coaching staff. So Gomez is going to be under center with an I formation. Dilly and Newsom behind him. Ball's handed off to Newsom. Newsom right up the middle. He's going to be inside the 5, and he's in. Maybe not. Now it is a touchdown. We get that signal. Fantastic work for Daniel Newsom. And I'll tell you what, hats off to Coach Campbell for deciding to call the number of number 23, Daniel Newsom, who had some really tough runs right there. And they wanted to reward this young man, and he definitely rewarded the rest of his team with the 5th touchdown of the game for the Garces Rams. So now we're going to get to see the aforementioned Samuel Gonzalez out there with that big leg of his to try to make this a 35-6 lead over the Regetti Warriors. Pick us up, and it is good. 7:44 remaining in this game, and the Rams are up 35-6 over the Regetti Warriors. Here we go. After the touchdown, Sammy Gonzalez kicking off from his own 40-yard line. We'll see if he can get it into the end zone. He will not. Ball going to be taken at the 3-yard line. Right up the middle goes number 21, Keegan Brennan for Righetti. Able to get it up about 18 yards to the 21-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 21. All right. So now it looks like we're radio only. We're going to find out what we can do to get this camera up and running. as we've got a penalty before the snap. And it is going to be for an offsides against Garces. So it's going to bring it up to the 26-yard line. First and 5 for Righetti. Righetti hands it off up the middle. Going to be a pickup of maybe a yard. Good pursuit right there on backside by number 28, Matthew Ayon. Also in on that tackle was Isaiah Chavez, number 10, for Garces. So a pickup of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 27-yard line. Gomez looks up and his pass is going to be incomplete. He had pressure from both sides right there. And it was intended for number 30, Daniel France. So now we got 3rd and 4 from the 27-yard line. About 6:49 remaining in the game. Gomez out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off to number 21, Keegan Brennan. Brennan's not going to pick up very much, maybe a yard if they're being generous. So it's going to bring up a 4th and about 4. So no gain on that play as he ran left side power. And when you're down 29 points, you got to go for it no matter where you are on the field. Here we go, 4th and 4. And it looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication on Regetti's side. They had 4 new guys that were coming out. Oh, fake jet sweep. Pass is going to be complete to number 5, and he's just going to get bottled up by Garces. They tried a little bit of trickery, and it got snuffed out by this fantastic defense who has not given up a whole lot of yards and hasn't given up a touchdown so far today. So turnover on downs. Garces is going to get the football back with 5:50 remaining as people are starting to head towards the exits here on this in and out night of some sprinkles. Had us running indoors. And Garces is going to have a chance to get past the 40 mark if they get into the end zone one more time. You got Mark Gomez still out on the field.
How long has it been like this?
So Gomez now under center. He's got I formation. Looks like he's got a new fullback in there, number 40. Ball's given to Newsome, and a great kick out block right there by both number 28, Matthew Ayon, and number 40, Eric Mercado, the sophomore tight end, as Newsome picks up a few more yards. What? We'll see. All right, so a pickup of 4 yards on the play. And now the ball is given off once again to Newsome. Newsome's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does, and he gets a little bit past it, actually. Bulls forward for about another couple of yards. So it'll now be about a 3rd and 3 from the 21-yard line. So, yeah, ball spotted at the 21-yard line, 3rd and 4, after 2 3-yard pickups for Daniel Newsome. Gomez under center, I formation. Got Dilly and Newsom behind him. The give is to Newsom. Newsom cuts it right back inside on Power, and he's going to get shoved back. And now we may see the leg of Samuel Gonzalez if they do so choose. Well, we're going to see, and it looks like Gonzalez is putting his helmet on. Now we're going to see a big field goal here. Probably going to be about a 37 to 38 yard attempt here, depending on where they set up to hold. And they will set up at the 37-yard line. He is straight up the middle. So we'll see if he gets a chance. He said his long so far this year is about 32 yards. So this will be his long of the season so far if he can knock this one down. So here we go. Dilly out to hold. Tobias, the snapper. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is. From 37 yards, Samuel Gonzalez is able to knock it in and make it 38-6 with 2:56 remaining in the game. Garces is going to pick up their fourth win in a row and go to 4-1 before league play starts next week against Centennial over at the Hawks Nest. So we'll be right back for this kickoff.
The Centennial Golden Hawk. Our first new game. And coming. Also ask that as you exit the stadium, please grab any trash and what you got on your pollution. Get them into the trash or something. No, the listener can help.
Right, here we go for which is probably going to be the last kickoff of the game for the Garces Rams, barring a defensive touchdown here that they might get. Looks like they're going to take the ball at about the, let's call it the 7-yard line. And that's number 21, Keegan Brennan. He's going to get brought down on a special teams tackle by number 21. And there's some penalties out on the field, little extracurricular activities. Alexander Savage out there with another special teams tackle. So now we've got the ball that was brought out to, let's call it the 27-yard line after about a 20-yard return. We're going to sort out what these penalties are. All right, so we're going to find out what the penalties are. So we have an unsportsmanlike penalty against Righetti and an unsportsmanlike penalty against Garces. So it's going to be offsetting. 20-yard return to the 27-yard line, and that's where Righetti will start what is hopefully the final drive here tonight. $53-yard kick for Samuel Gonzalez. See a lot of the reserves out there for the Garces Rams. Good to see some of these guys out there getting some playing time. Motion man for Ortega. Ortega's going to decide to keep it. He's going to run left side on quarterback draw and pick up maybe a yard. So it's ball now at the 26-yard line. Second down and 9. Ortega rolls to his right. He looks up, and his pass is going to be incomplete. It was caught out of bounds by Isaiah Flores, the defender, who would have had an interception to go along with a nice night tonight, including a touchdown. Had the most amount of targets from his quarterback, Mark Gomez. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So ball spotted now in the middle of the field, 2:05 remaining. 38-6 Rams. Oh, and a big hit out there, and now we've got a penalty. It's probably going to be a face mask. You've seen the runner for Rigetti's face completely turn to the right. Carrier is number 20, Ethan Gonzalez for Righetti, and as a personal foul, face mask penalty, a 15-yard penalty will take it up. It's going to be spotted at the 39-yard line. So a 1st and 10 for Righetti at their own 39. .143 remaining and ticking. Probably got a few plays left here for Righetti, and that'll do it. Once again, I want to thank everybody here at Garces for being able to provide this broadcast. President Steve Anton Giovanni, the class of 1976. Principal Ms. Noelle Leon. Athletic Director is Ms. Joan Finch. The ball is out. And looks like we've got it recovered. Nice hit and a nice recovery right there for Garces, and that's going to do it. Number 9, Jacob Hernandez, the sophomore linebacker, was able to fall on that, and it was good to see that he got that in reserve duty. And Garces is going to get it with 70 seconds left on the clock, as Al Michaels likes to say it once you get under 100 seconds. So next week, league will start, and it is homecoming week coming up. So we'll bring a...
Look at that last kneel down. Our Garces Rams will be victorious over the Regetti Warriors. At the final score, the visiting Regetti Warriors 6 and your Garces Rams 38. On behalf of the Garces administration, Coach Campbell and his staff, we thank the Regetti Warriors for making the trip over. We congratulate our worthy opponents. Wish you well on the remainder of your upcoming season. To our Garces family, thank you for attending. We wish you all well. Travel safe. God bless. I know this person's going to end now.
all over.